Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Saturday, December 10, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. Also, check out our perks and join the High Stakes membership. Joining the High Stakes membership is easy, is cheap, but it will help a lot in the growth process of this channel. Plus, if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. By becoming a member of the High Stakes Patreon, you will have access to our best team picks, total picks, parlay picks and much more. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link in the description and comment section below. And make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Indiana Pacers vs Brooklyn Nets. The Pacers have lost 4 of their last 5 games. They usually play well offensively, but they struggled in recent games, scoring less than 110 points per game in their last 3 games. Their rebounding has also dropped off in recent games, and they've been very careless with the ball, turning it over more than 17 times per game in their last 3 games. The Nets force a lot of turnovers, and they've played very good defense in recent games, giving up less than 110 points per game in their last 3 games, and will keep Indiana's offense in check. The Nets have won 5 of their last 6 games. They have been on a roll offensively, scoring at least 114 points in 2 of their last 3 games, while making over 50% of their shots. They have been aggressive on the offensive glass and will get more scoring opportunities. They are facing an Indiana team that has struggled defensively, even at home where they are giving up more than 114 points per game, and won't have trouble scoring in this game, so go with Brooklyn to cover the spread. Take the Brooklyn Nets. The total has finished under in 54.2% of Indiana's games this season, and the total has finished under in 61.5% of Brooklyn's games, which is the 3rd most in the NBA. Brooklyn is allowing an average of only 110.3 points per game, which is 10th best in the NBA, and giving up a field goal shooting percentage of just 44.7%, which is 2nd best in the NBA. The total has finished under in 5 of the last 6 games that Brooklyn has played, as well as in each of Indiana's last 3. Take the under 228.5 points. Washington Wizards vs Los Angeles Clippers. Excuse Clippers point guard John Wall if he is a bit emotional when he is announced as a starter for the Clippers against the team that made him the #1 pick back in 2010. It will be Wall's first start as a Clipper and his first game back in Washington as an opposing player. He played in 1 game as a visitor, but that was without fans when he was with the Rockets. So this one will be special. It is also a big game for a Clippers team that is now just 14-13 on the season and in 11th place in the Western Conference standings following 2 straight losses. They dropped both games to start this trip in Florida, first to the Magic and then to the Heat in back-to-back games. Playing without Kawhi Leonard on the 2nd night of the back-to-back, the Clippers fell to Miami, 115-110. Paul George led LA with 29 points to go along with 8 rebounds and 7 assists. Reggie Jackson, who will return to the bench as Wall takes over as the starting point guard, had 20 points. The Washington Wizards are in the midst of a free fall as they get set to host the Clippers in the second half of a back-to-back. The Wizards have lost 8 of 9 games, including Friday night's loss to Indiana, 121-111. The Wizards played the game without leading scorer Bradley Beal, who remains sidelined with a hamstring injury. Kristaps Porzingis led the Wizards with 29 points on 11 of 13 shooting as the Pacers tried to match smaller players up against a 7-1 big man. Kyle Kuzma added 27 points for the Wizards, who shot 53% from the field for the game. The Wizards have now lost 5 straight games. Despite the emotional return of Wall, the Clipper come into this game very banged up and with a compromised bench. Jackson and Powell represent two of the Clippers' better shooters from long range and will be missed against a Wizard team that has been scoring at a high rate despite their losing streak. In addition, Washington is 3-1 this season in the second games of back-to-backs. The Clippers have staked their claim this season on scoring defense and rebounding, but the Wizards are nearly as effective on the glass and are shooting the ball at a higher rate. Look for the Wizards to snap their losing streak against an inconsistent Clippers team. Take Washington plus 4.5 points. Kawhi Leonard missed Los Angeles' last game, and he is listed as questionable to suit up for this interconference tilt. The Clippers are 22nd in pace coming into this game. Washington is in action Friday evening against the Indiana Pacers and will be on the second leg of a back-to-back. A sluggish team is a bad recipe for facing the Clippers' stingy D, and the Wizards will have problems all night generating second-chance points and easy buckets. Los Angeles is 9th in rebounding percentage, and Ivica Zubac has been playing well as the team's center. Further, they are 5th in defensive rating. I expect the Clippers to win this game and to shut down the Washington O and hold them under 100. Take the under. Cleveland Cavaliers vs Oklahoma City Thunder. Oklahoma City saw their 3-game win streak snapped as they were drubbed soundly by Memphis on the road Wednesday night. The Thunder entered Friday night in the cellar of the Northwest Division, 4 games behind the Nuggets in the race for the top spot. Against Memphis, Oklahoma City hung tough for 2+ quarters before seeing the Grizzlies pull away. The Thunder was within 2 after the opening quarter and 5 at the half. Oklahoma City was still within 7 after 3 quarters before running out of steam. They were outscored 29-15 in the final stanza to wind up with a loss. The Thunder shot 37% from the field, including 14 of 38 from three-point range, and turned the ball over 18 times in the loss. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander paced Oklahoma City with 26 points and 7 assists in the defeat. The Cavaliers come into this one ranked 18th in the league in scoring offense, as they put up an average of 111.5 points per game this season. Cleveland is 16th in rebounding as they grab 43.1 boards per contest and stand 22nd in assists by handing out 23.5 dimes a contest this year. The Cavaliers are first in the league in scoring defense as they allow an average of 104.9 points per game this season. Donovan Mitchell leads the way in the scoring department for Cleveland as he puts up 29 points plus 4.9 assists a night on the year. C.D. Osman, 8.9 points, Evan Mobley, 14.7 points, 9.3 boards, Jared Allen, 14.1 points, 10.8 rebounds, and Karis LeVert, 11 points, 4.3 rebounds, 4.5 assists, each are solid secondary options. Kevin Love, 10 points, 7.1 rebounds, Robin Lopez, Darius Garland, 22.2 points, 7.9 assists, Dean Wade, Raul Neto, Isaiah Mobley and Isaac Okoro are other contributors in the Cavaliers' rotation. Cleveland is 9th in the league in field goal percentage as they shoot 47.7% from the floor as a team on the year. The Cavaliers are 15th by knocking down an average of 11.9 three-pointers a night, while they are 8th by connecting on 37.4% of their attempts from beyond the arc. Cleveland is playing the second game of a back-to-back situation here, but on the plus side, at least there was no travel involved for them as both games are at home. The Cavaliers have gotten healthier over the last week or so with Love and Allen both returning to action to bolster their frontcourt. Oklahoma City has played decent basketball, but they lack much of a frontcourt presence to contend with Cleveland's low block presence. The Thunder are second worst in the league in scoring defense this season, and that is going to be problematic, especially since the Cavaliers are number 1 in that category. While fatigue could be a small factor, Cleveland's depth and talent is enough to get them the victory here. Cleveland is at the bottom of the NBA in pace of play entering this contest with Oklahoma City. They are a dominant defensive team, and with Jared Allen back they will continue to own opposing clubs on the glass. They lead the NBA in defensive rating and 7th in rebounding percentage. We mentioned above that the Thunder have lost 7 of 8 games this season when they failed to score 100 points. They will not reach 100 points here in this game. They are 20th in offensive rating and will have a slew of issues scoring inside against Allen and Evan Mobley being reunited again. This has all the makings of a low-scoring contest dominated by the Cavaliers' defense. Take the under.